It's Saturday Night Live. It's Mark Pires.
I was walking down the road today,
and this is the longest running daily show on this crazy planet. Day 1531 in a row. And we're gonna do it. Guys, I have something exciting for you. Last week we filmed a Coming to America episode thanks to Wolf, and we're gonna play it tonight. Now, this is a pre-premiere. You know, we like to do these sneak peeks where you guys, the family that does show up here, gets to see these before anybody else. And it's also a kind of peek for myself, so I could take, a final look, see if there's any edits to make before we drop this for the world. So, I hope you're excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And then perhaps we will complete the beginning and the ending of Back to the Future, Mark, which, by the way, it is looking insane. I've been editing it and putting together all the pieces on my desktop, which allowed me to use the two pieces as we discussed yesterday, the actual green screen footage and then the green screen backgrounds with cooler new backgrounds, etc. And I'm going to start doing more of that. Like, we're filming every night, so I might as well, whenever we have a good song, pull that footage and do it with the backdrop. We're going to see. We're going to start trying some things. Anyway, we're here. My voice is still kind of groggy, as you can tell. So we're going to probably, if I do pull out this guitar, it's going to be just to play and not to sing. But we have Matt Zabrowski over here. He's ready to woo-hoo us. You know what, Zabrowski? I could use a woo-hoo. Right now, I can't even push the voice. Too much singing. Too much, I guess, of everything in the world, the weighing down on your voice. Also, Zabrowski, when you haven't taken a day off in 1,531 days in a row, that's quite impressive on the voice. What? No, not Adam Levine voice. I mean, like, on the voice. Here, this voice. Zabrowski.
something to live for.
As you can tell, I'm not sitting on the BeatSeat because we're ready to watch this film together. It's only 13 minutes, so it's a little mini movie. Coming to America. And as you guys know, I was just on Shark Tank last Monday. So if you haven't seen that episode yet, it is here on the platform. Take a look at that, get a laugh. And unfortunately, I thought I had a deal with like all of them. Yeah. And then, bobbling the deals, I should have just gone for the kill and said yes right off the bat when Kevin had the offer for me. But I didn't like his attitude. He's not so wonderful. Take a look, watch the episode, share it with your family and friends because I think it's the best Shark Tank. Joanne, what? Yeah, Joanne says it was the best Shark Tank episode ever. Thank you, Joanne. When you got a moink, Something. I can't even freaking pretend to sing at the moment, Joanne.
Something to die for, something to live for.
This is where we get a woo-hoo from Matt Zabrowski for the 1531st. What? Oh, he wants me to throw it to him. Zabrowski, you jumped me. I was in the middle of throwing it to you. And you did you. So guys, let's get into this. I want to play it for you. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is Coming to America Employee of the Month. I think we called it, Joanne. And I hope you again, keep this in mind. There is nothing. Every time we do any of these, all of my 7 feature films, this is going to be 8 coming up when we do Back to the Future, Mark. They're all in the moment, live stream of consciousness, comedies. And hopefully you can enjoy that and say, you know what, that's something I've never seen before. Because every single thing we do here is something that's never been seen before. So, without further ado, this is Coming to America. So I guess I'm the only one for the protest. It's just like the other, colleagues. Like, we go by colleagues even though it's like freaking work at the burger joint, but still, yeah, I'm a McDowell's burger man, you know. You know, it's one thing when you've done the work, you know, and when your manager comes up and says, you know, you're so good, you could be the employee of the month. And then you come out and you see Hakeem again. Hakeem's the employee of the month again. But I did the mopping last month. Yeah, milkshake on the ground. Oh, Mark, can you go and clean up the freaking milkshake? Yeah, sure. Is this, you know, employee of the month status? What are we talking? Yeah, I'll go do that. I'm moving around with, and I'm trying to clean it with, it's in the bucket. I watched the movie, so I was just trying to follow, you know. And they're like, have you ever mopped before, Mark? Of course not. I'm here at McDowell's. I'm here to learn from you, Master McDowell. And when Master McDowell gave me the secret to the recipe, but also to becoming potential, you know, employee of the month status, like, that's what I guess, I was like, you know, carrot. Here's the carrot. And I'm doing the work. I'm there thinking, I'm going to see my face up there as employee of the month. Yeah, but of course, Hakeem again. It's like, you know, he's royalty or something. Yeah. I don't get it. I'm here. I'm at McDowell's. I did the work. I just happen to have today off, you know? Because I'm in protest. We're supposed to meet all the other employees here. We're all supposed to protest the fact that Hakeem, again, Hakeem is the winner of the Employee of the Month award here at McDowell's. Golden Arches, I get it. I get it. They got the old golden arcs, you know? And when you're doing the golden arcs and you cleaned up the milkshake, Hakeem didn't do it. Hakeem's just living it easy these days, you know? He's getting the Employee of the Month, you know, award over and over, and I think he's at the Jets game again. You know? He's there, and he's going to the bathroom, and someone just got on their knees and started praying to him. I don't know why, you know? Maybe his face is on $1 or something like that. Sometimes when you're here, and you're standing in front of McDowell's restaurant, and you're one of the cogs that makes it all run, you know? You have to wonder, how are they making burgers right now? What happens if somebody drops a milkshake? Are you gonna call Hakeem? Hakeem, we need you to clean up the friggin' milkshake, aisle 1. Oh, where's Hakeem? Oh, he's watching the friggin' Jets again. Season ticket holder, you know, I get it. He's got the season tickets. I'm here just trying to get freaking bone, you know? I did the work. I was cleaning up milkshakes. Remember when the robber came in? There's a robber. He came into the friggin' McDowell's. He's been holding us up lately. Samuel L. Jackson style. He's double shotgun. He had the double barrel shotgun. Give me that money, mother. You know, he did it. And I gave him the money. I was the one who gave him the money. You know, I really would appreciate it if you came on screen with me, so it doesn't look like I'm talking to nobody, you know? It's the weird thing about this, you know, camera angle. There's groups of people everywhere. They're just not my friends. They're not the colleagues. Not employees here of McDowell's. Just, you know, I would say they're just fair weather friends at this point, you know. Just keep replaying in my head. Mark, can you clean up that freaking milkshake that fell? Sure, where is it? What's that's not a milkshake. Oh, he threw up as well. Double decker style. I gotta clean up the milkshake. And then, of course, freaking Hakeem. Times like this where you really start to question, you know, your employee status, you know, your contribution to the organization, you know. McDowell's, where the golden arc is, you know, you got the golden arcs. I'm here as one of the arcs. I come out on Thursdays. You remember I'm standing like this on Thursdays, and then the other guy's on the other side. He's doing the other part of the arc. You know, I don't get paid extra for that either. You know, where's my freaking Employee of the Month award? You know, last week I had the freaking manager. He comes out to me. He says, "Mark, you're killing it out there. The way you cleaned up that milkshake, you know, that was amazing cleaning upping, you know?" And I was very proud in that moment. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm getting Employee of the freaking Month. I'm taking it home this month. Hakeem's coming freaking down. He's been up there for so long now. I'm taking him off his freaking perch. I did the work. I cleaned up the milkshake. My boss said I was great, you know? And then, what the frig? I wonder if I was to go over here and try to like rip it down, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I just rip it off, you know? And then like, I'll just put a picture of me and I'll be like, "Hey guys, look, I'm here now," smiling it up. Smiley McGee on the wall, because they call me Smiley McGee. That's my nickname, you know, here at McDowell's. Smiley, can you flip another one of those freaking burgers? Sure, I'm all over it. Smiley's on it, you know? When Smiley McGee got the gig of lead flippers flapper, you know, in there doing the flipperoo of the burgers, onions, chopping them up. Flipperoo, you know? Everybody loved pickles on their burgers, and I was doing that too. I had the pickles down. You know, you come here in the street stepping on gum, you know? There's a freaking speaker in the street. Hakeem, I'm here as Mark the McDowell's flipper flapper / you know, cleaner upper guy who should have Employee of the Month should be like me today, you know? Like, you should see my smiling face over there. You got a freaking Hakeem on the wall. What are we talking about over here? I'm really worked up at this point. I don't even know if I can go back to flipper flapping. You know? I don't know if I want to flipper flap anymore. Because I'm in there, but I'm flipper flapping. I'm flipper flapping like this. I'm flipper flapping. Flipper flu. Flipper flap. Flipper flu. I'm flipper flapping. I got it. I caught it. And then I flip it again. You know? All-American flipper flapper. We made sporting cards. I signed them, you know. And I used the metallic Sharpie. I'm not going to use a freaking black Sharpie to sign my, you know, sporting card version, McDowell's representative, flipper flapper #1. Limited edition, worth some money. If you went and got PSA'd, you sent in the flipper flapper PSA and got a 10, perfect 10. The cuts are right. You know, the corners, they were perfect. You got a 10. We're talking about big bucks, you know? Golden arcs. Freaking Hakeem. What are we talking about with stupid Hakeem on the wall? Yeah, like, I just want to rip him down. What? No, nothing. I'm not doing anything. Just standing here protesting, okay? Who are you? Hakeem police? You know, I'm protecting the Hakeem poster. Are you freaking kidding me? He's been up there for so long. I did the work. He's just taking all the credit. Oh, did Hakeem clean up the freaking milkshake? I don't think so. Not this time, you know? It's difficult when you're doing all the work here. This is their main venue. Like, they got the other one in Queens, but this one here now? I was running things. Flipper flapper. You think you just give me, you know, Employee of the Month once. You lift a guy up. You know what I mean? You lift me up. Because I'm doing a flipper rap. I'm flipper flapperooing. I did it between my legs. I caught it. You know? And sometimes you lose one. And if that freaking client's a jerk, you just throw it back on the grill. You know? Oh, I wish that I chewed on a rock. Yeah, sorry. I threw it on the ground. I mean, flipped it. Flipper flapperoo. And it fell. And then I just decided to throw it back into your burger for you. It's a crunchy one. Yeah, sorry about that. Guys, you know, that's the problem we have here. is you start to kind of rebel against the firm, against the organization, because they're not protecting their people. You know, I'm here. I did the work. Smoothie on the ground. Smoothie on the ground. Looking like a fool with the smoothie on the ground. Sometimes when you have a smoothie on the ground, when your pants are also on the ground, and then freaking Hakeem gets, you know, employee of the month instead. I'm just going to leave the smoothie on the ground next time and see if Hakeem comes out of nowhere and does a clean up Look at me, I got the bucket. You're doing the bucket again? We taught you that one in 86. You don't do a bucket. You know, you take it out of the bucket. You know? You're walking around with a freaking bucket going. What did you just do? You just rolled a bucket on the ground. You cleaned up the freaking wheels. I guess. You made the wheels dirtier, actually. You rolled the wheels over a dirty floor. You know? And then you're like, I cleaned it. I'm a team employee of the month. Sorry. You know? Like, what are we talking about? There was a smoothie on the ground and something else. Excrement. You did the cleanup. Hakeem was at the freaking Jet game, and somehow he's still freaking employee of the month? What are we talking about over here? No, I'm going to keep making it see. I don't give a crap. I will yell all of your clientele away and let them know that Hakeem is not worthy. He is not worthy of the Employee of the Month award this month, okay? I did the work. I'm Employee of the Month. And if you don't take a picture of me and throw it out freaking front of Hakeem's, I'm ripping it down, and I'm going over Photoshopping, getting my own head, throwing it on there, you know? Mark, Flipperoo, number 1, you know? Just for the rest of the month. And you could give it back to Hakeem again, because you guys clearly are doing this whole 2023 thing, you know, like, oh, equality, what the freak? But I did the work. So wait, let me get this straight. I do the work, and you just give it because of equality? Oh, we gotta make sure that we're equal. With what? I mean, give the work to him then. Let's split it 50-50. Oh, there's a freaking smoothie on the ground. Hakeem, get your freaking butt here from the Jets game. We gotta clean up the smoothie. 50-50. You know, you earned your Employee of the Month award this month. You know, I mean, look, I'm just saying fair is fair. 2023, fair is fair if you want to consider 50-50 being the work, you know? And then he earned his Employee of the Month status, you know? I guess I'm just going to stand here all by myself and just tell people I'm the employee. That's just a lie. That's a 2023 lie right there. So there's a bunch of edits that I have to make on that, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Definitely some edits. I got about a good half hour or so of work to clean that up and make it just right. But I saw a bunch of things that were really funny. That flipper flapper stuff is pretty ridiculous. Oh my goodness. We're flipper flapping. When you got a flipper flap, you know, you're doing it. Well, thank you so much for your donation and for the idea. You know, you can't come up with something that's that silly unless you actually go for it, you know? And it all starts with you guys giving me ideas. So, oh, my friend, Random Frog in the house, Blind Fear. I see Wolf again, Trish Killian, S. Coop. Oh, my goodness, Renee Woods. I saw Wharton in here and Tim. And we got the whole fam kicking it, which is awesome. We're going to have a pretty relaxed night because I'm resting the voice. So we're going to do some comedy, play some songs from the new album that's coming out in a week. I have to edit a few more. I'm not sure what to put on it yet. We're going to have to figure that out. But let me play you a few things and see if you guys get a couple laughs out of it. I've got, as you guys know, Shark Tank was just released. And that I'm really proud of because I think it's... you know, I think that's actually probably one of the coolest things I've ever done just because the concept of taking a Shark Tank episode and then making my own parody out of it is just fun. I'm going to give you guys the link to it if you have not followed yet, but we're going to watch it because I freaking love it and I need a laugh right now, and that the whole back and forth with the sharks kills me, especially the very, very end is my favorite part. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Let's go.
Would you be interested in collecting 5-figure paychecks for a few hours of work, helping you in your spare time?
I'm going into pitch right now, really nervous. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm hoping that they're excited about moinking. It's the newest trend. You guys will hear about it soon. I'm going to do a pitch in a few seconds here. But I'm really excited. I'm just nervous. This is the first time I've ever pitched like this in front of sharks. So like, I don't know if they're going to just chew me alive, if they're going to be like, moinking is the most exciting thing since freaking hula hoop. And it is. But I gotta first go and make my case. So I'm heading in now, guys. Wish me luck. Thanks. I'll see you soon, all right?
How will Moink make out in the Shark Tank?
Hi, sharks. My name is Mark Pires, and I'm the inventor of Moink. What's that? Moink? What is Moink? When you get your friggin' Moink on, everybody's excited. Let me tell you a little bit about it. When you go out with friends and you're like, hey, what are we gonna do later? I'm like, dude, get a friggin' Moink. And everybody's like, I want a Moink. Where do you go? 1995. Look, you have to use, we'll call 1-800 number, and we'll give you a freaking Moink. So look, that's the whole business, really. And like, who's on board? Who wants to be on the Moink train, you know? Some people are a little nervous about getting on the Moink train because they don't know what it is. The bottom line is this. Do you remember the 60s? Yeah, I remember. I know you do, Mr. Wonderful. Remember back in the 60s when people were banging it out? That's what the Moink is about here, 2023 style, because we couldn't really get it off the ground 2019, Plan Demaroo, and now instead we're reeling it back. We brought it back in, and people are getting their Moink on for the first time ever. I'm sorry, what's that, Barbara?
I find you enormously abrasive. I feel as though you don't have the capacity to listen.
No, Barbara, you can't just ask me questions like that when I'm trying to do my presentation. Okay, you want to ask me questions during the presentation? How about you let me present first before you start asking me questions about valuation?
Oh, you're asking for $50 million for 1.5%. How did you get that valuation,
Mark, how about you shut your friggin' hole till I finish, my presentation? And then you could ask your questions. And I'll lay it out for you. I'm gonna give you all the detail, Barb. What's that?
Your biggest danger is underestimating how successful you could be and what you're going to need to get there. You need me?
No, Barbara, I'm sorry. I thought you were on like a one-on-one friend basis now. Like you're wanting investing in Moink. And when you do invest in Moink, all of a sudden I can call you Barb, you know? I didn't know I'd be offending you in the moment. I'm sorry about that. Look, bottom line, sharks, who the frig's on board to get their Moink on? Mr. Wonderful, I'm sorry.
You may not like this offer, but I'm going to make it anyway. I would want some kind of cash flow in the form of, maybe I'd make it debt or maybe I'd make a royalty.
No, this isn't like a debt deal, okay? You want to make it a debt deal. Look, I'm going to structure this with a debt / umbrella plan. You want to do a traveler's insurance? I don't need a traveler's insurance plan to, deal with Moink. When you're out there on the streets of Michigan and you're doing it, and everybody's like, tell me a little bit about Moink. And you're like, no, you gotta get the Moink on. And you do the dance. That's when everybody goes wild. They all want to be on board. They all want to get their Moink products. So we came out with our very first shirt. Go Moink yourself. And look, if you have a problem with that one, then you're not a moink, like connoisseur. You want to be a moink connoisseur, then you know that Go Moink Yourself is like the foray into the brand, positioning. I'm sorry, what's that, Cubes?
Just for calling me Cubes, I'm out.
Now, I will call you Cubes, okay? Because your name is Cuban, and I'm a shorter than, longer name guy. I'm gonna give you the acronym, okay? You're Cubes. And listen, all I have to tell you, Cubes, is that we're making big ducats here on, on Moink. And when you have Moink, you got money. That's one of our other bumper stickers. When you got Moink, you got money. Because think about it, 60s when you were moinking, like babies being born, everybody's getting moinked.
Do 2 W-2s make a W-4?
Come on with your
kidding?
freaking commercials.
Hi, I'm April. I'm here to help.
Join us on YouTube,
Look,
fam,
I'm just
on
painting
TikTok.
a picture for you guys, Sharks. If you want to invest in the hottest company in the world right now, getting your moink on, the valuation's clear to me. Yeah, but you guys, I know you want a little bit more, so let me give you the t-shirt number 2. Get the moink out of here, you know what I mean? And then what you're doing is you're telling them that they can't moink where they are. Like, you can't moink here. You gotta moink somewhere else, And again, we're trying to be safe moinkers while we're also supplying more moinking. So it's like more moinking, but safe moinking. So look, that's our product here. Do you have any specific questions for me as the inventor of moinking? Moink Mondays. That's another one we're doing now. There's 10% off on the website if you want to get into the Moink Mondays, routine. Look, I'm just letting you know about the kind of the specifics of our website on moink.com. And remember, this is a kind of moving product in a way, okay? Because we started with Moink, and we're gonna very quickly move over to Poink. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about Poink. Poink is for your animals, okay? And when they're going out there to procreate in order to make new species.
You are remarkably entertaining. I firmly believe that you'd be hugely successful if you did a comedy routine.
Okay, no, sorry. That one we'll leave out of this pitch, okay? You guys could ask me about poinking later. But right now, we'll stick to moinking, okay? Which is the maternal, version of poinking. Listen, we're doing it right now. We are cash positive. We've made $15.7 million in the first 7 days. Everybody's getting their moink on. Who's on board? Who wants to be the next moinker? We call people who are part of the moink, let's call ourselves an organization. How about that? The Moink organization. I was gonna say the Moink team, but we're more than a team. Like you guys bring so much to the table. That's why I'm here today. I really want a deal. I'm not here like that guy, like, oh, he's killing it. He made $15.1 million in the first 7 hours. So he doesn't really want a deal. I do want a deal. I'm here to do a deal because I need the expert tutelage from you guys, So look, I'm gonna lay it out for you. We're killing it, yes, but I need a shark in order to shark it. Like you could kill it, but wouldn't you rather shark it, which means you gnaw the freaking face off? I'm just saying that's what I want from you guys. I don't want to just kill it and then it's like, oh, it's dead. Everything's dead. No, I want it to be a constant shark attack. And that's what I'm thinking. All 5 of you, we all get our moink on together. It's a group moinking, And some people are like, wait a second, we're doing group moinking? Yes, that's part of the freaking program. Like shirt number 3 was, if you're not down, get a group moink going. Yeah? And then people are starting to see it from that perspective. 2023. You don't tell people what they are, who they could be, who they should be with. And you can say, why don't you all join and get a moink on? T-shirt, 3rd one.
What are your sales?
We're killing on that one too. We made $747,243 in 7 seconds. Yeah. look, when you got the most successful and cash positive business you've ever seen on Shark Tank, walk in here and say, I want to do a deal. You know, you guys say, where are the freaking deals? Let's throw them on the table for this guy. Let's go. Let's just put them on. And then I'm going to sit there and just read them off. Okay, look, Barbara's offering $17.4 million for 1.5%. Right?
Tell us why it's up.
By the way, in all
50
transparency,
million.
I have a couple of these.
Highest valuation ever requested in the Shark Tank.
Just want to be clear I heard you properly.
Guys, my valuation's clear. You see what I've done. Sales, you know, boinking. You know? I got nothing else. That's all I know is that when people want to get their moink on, they're going to moink.com, you know? And they're putting in their order for a double moinking. That's another thing. The double moink. We're offering bonus points on the first moink. And then when you put it towards the second moink and you pay the difference, double moink situation, you know? Look, that's just like the ultimate. If you can get a double moink, you know, then like everybody is excited. They really want to, you know, start telling their friends. They start buying apartments and like, you know, painting rooms because of the moinking. They're hopeful that maybe that's going to lead to more, you know.
What problem is it actually solving?
Guys, this is how we bring the world together. By moinking. So I don't think I could tell you any more about moink than I've done so far. So I appreciate you guys, and at this point, I will take questions. Sharks, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mark Pires. I am the inventor of Moink. You may be saying to yourself, what the frig is Moink? I'm going to tell you all about it right now.
It's one of the worst ideas I've ever seen. I'm out.
Mr. Wonderful, how could you be out before I even say, I didn't even tell you what the product was, and you're getting out already? Mr. Wonderful, you may be like a moinker. You don't even know if that's our, you know, thing. When someone's into moinking, we used to call them a moinker. And if you're not a moinker before I even get through it, you know, like I'm here, I'm trying to do it, give you the pitch. You won't even let me get through a pitch before I'm out. I'm Mr. Wonderful, I'm out. You're not so wonderful if you can't even let me finish my pitch first. What's that?
You guys are on top of the world. You were dominating.
Oh, Cuban, I appreciate you over here giving me cubes. Good guy. Listen, I'm going to tailor my speech directly to Cuban because I think I'm kind of pissed off now, Mr. Wonderful. I don't even want to look in your direction. All right? I'm doing it here to Cubes. Cubes, listen. Moink You is our first like go-to product, you know, when people are out on the streets and they're like just trying to get the brand awareness, you know. We have these t-shirts and the first thing you see is Moink You. It's just creating conversation. I know you know what that's like. Social media style. You want to create a conversation with your clientele in order to build the business. Now, of course, our customer acquisition cost is less than $1 because everybody wants to get moinked. And when you're doing a moinking type of deal with the Sharks, maybe not Mr. Wonderful, but again, Cubes, moinking, you know, listen, you should bring it up at a Dallas Mavs meeting. Guys, everybody ever heard of moinking? Have you guys been doing a moinkaroo? And then everybody's in, you know. You get a, not a controlling, you know, share, but you get a 1.5% of the business. Yeah, that's big money right there. Big money. But listen, I wanted to say something first of all, Barbara. I don't really appreciate the way that you just come to your valuation of the moink business without, first of all, hearing me out of why I think the valuation should be what it is. You know,
not for a second. But here's what we see again and again on Shark Tank, which always disturbs me. It's your approach to business, right? I see you as a cautious, respectful, intellectual guy, very bright, assessing, analyzing, but you forgot to take it out to market and see if there's even a demand there.
I can add a lot of value here, bringing this into my portfolio and making you a Shark Tank company.
Mr. Wonderful, with your stupid little like. You know, I always noticed you do one of these, Mr. Wonderful, in every single picture. You have something secret society stuff you want to tell us about? I'm part of a Testavan. Yeah, we know all about you. It'd be a shut up. But what about, are you part of like Illuminati? Like, what do we do?
Ah, look, at every photo, I'm like this.
Yeah, we know what that means. Listen, you're out anyway. I don't freaking care what you think of me with your Illuminati ties. Okay, look, guys, let's get back to brass tacks, okay? Moink you. The first product. Second one is go moink yourself. That one, we went gold, platinum, double digits. You know, when I got a call from the supplier and they were like, we can't, we don't even have any more fabric for this. I had to question them. I pressed them. How could you run out of fabric for a moink? You know, like people want to get moinked. So let me get back to this because Barbara, I know you're on freaking bated breath. You can't wait to learn more about moinking. Now, it is a process that involves your libido, first of all. You know, I know that you're lacking that, Mr. Wonderful. You know, you were thinking about getting into women's sports. We know, 2023. But look, Mr. Wonderful, that's you, okay? I'm still working with Cubes. I'm still working over here with Barbara. Barbara, let me ask you a question, if I'm allowed to ask questions of you guys. Like, you're here asking me questions. What are you? I want to ask you questions. When's the last time you moinked? You know, I'm here. I'm doing the moinking. I got the t-shirts. Go moink yourself.
I probably need this product more than any other woman on earth.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
They cut it in.
Now's the
That's
time
hilarious.
to get in. And
I haven't had a sexual thought in probably 30 years.
And you can't even, like, tell me why moinking is, like, not the best thing since Wonder Bread? You know, 62. 5 cents a freaking loaf. And now you're talking about my valuation. Inflation. Look, remember, when you have an inflationary tactic, and it has to do with Wonder Bread, but you're getting moinked? You know? I mean, look, you could say negatively, I got moinked, but like, don't you want to get moinked, Barbara? I mean, like at a certain point, maybe you're just not into it anymore. You're just like, I'm over getting moinked. But right now, this is a moinking situation. We're here doing a Shark Tank. Yeah, I know Kevin's here. You know, we'll turn him in the other direction, Barbara. Okay. If you don't want to get your moink on, just because freaking Mr. Wonderful is here. What's that? No, you're not wonderful. I was joking. Didn't you see me do air quotes? Cubes. You saw me do air quotes, right? What is he talking about? I am wonderful. No, I was joking with you. Sarcasm. You know, Mr. Wonderful is like literally sarcasm. Everybody's laughing at you, Mr. Wonderful, not with you. You know, what's that? No, I don't care if they're laughing at me. That's the point of this, you know? No, Cubes, he's just being a jerk, okay? I get it. I'm the butt of the joke. You know, maybe if you guys were throwing deals at me instead of freaking complaints and more obstacles. Oh, what were your sales in 2019? We had the Plan Demaroo. You know, what did you want me to do during the Plan Demaroo when everybody can't get out there and moink? You know, there's no moinking when you've got to be social distancing. You know? Oh, sir, your business, how's it doing? Are you flourishing? No, I got to call the SBA. You got to help me out. I'm here. What's your business, sir? Moink. What's that about? Go moink yourself. You haven't seen the shirts? Oh yeah, no, I did see that. Right? What's that, Cuban? No, Cuban, look, you want to have controlling interest in the company? You got to pay big bucks. You know, or you can go moink yourself. You know, that's shirt too, remember. And if you're not going to be an investor in the company, you can at least be an investor in the company by purchasing a Go Moink Yourself shirt. You know? What's that green dress over there?
I think that the businesses that do really well right now are those that have a purpose.
You know, I appreciate your green dress. I do. It's nice neon green. That was a choice. That was a choice, you know. I wouldn't have gone with neon green. Like, you know, that's just me. Look, again, I'm here. I'm moinking, and I'm just looking for a partner. Like, who wants to get their moink on, you know? I mean, and again, You could be private with your moinking. This is a private business. What's that, Neon? No, Neon, you can't. Look, if you want to have like a taster / like, you know, let me see if I could get a product sample. I'm sorry. You know, I'm not only the product inventor, I'm also a client. Look, Neon, this is a pyramid scheme. Okay, we're working on a pyramid scheme, but this one works. You know? Like, you guys had a problem with Madoff, but he did it right for a very long time. You know, he kept everybody in the dark. They're all like, I got a lot of money. And then he just took it all. You know, that's what we're doing here sort of too with the Moink. Everybody's in, they're thinking, look, I got a really good, you know, investment here in Moink. And then you dropped the other shoe, you know? What's that, Cuban?
To everybody who's watching, don't buy it. I'm out.
No, Cuban, what do you mean you're out? Cuban!
I really don't know anything. Mark, sometimes your level of arrogance really pisses me off. I only say that you don't give people a chance. I wish I knew what their business was if you would let people talk.
This is the freaking deal of the century! Moink! Who cares if you're just rug pulling people? That's what we do best here. You must have missed my feature film, The Wolf of Crypto. It is available on YouTube to watch, where I rug pull everybody. What is that?
Won't want to be ya.
Well, no, I mean, it's one of my alter egos, you know, because I wasn't going to use my real social security number for that. So Peter Bishop went out and robbed everybody blind. And he's a multi-millionaire, Peter Bishop. Then, of course, offshoring it, I dropped those funds, that's right, into Moink. And now I'm moinking it, you know? But look, if you guys don't want to be, you know, like in and green neon, like you want to do you, whatever, you know? But like, I'm going to just continue to moink the freaking business, you know? I'm going to moink it into the ground if I have to. And if you guys don't want to be a part of it and green, neon, moink the system. You know, some people are like, I want to build a really successful business. I want to moink the freaking system. I moink the system. Everybody gets their moink on. You collect the profits. Bang, biggity, boo. You know? What's that, Neon? No, Neon, you won't get caught. There's no issues here. This is all above board. You know, people are buying a control, you know, in the company, which is just getting their moink on until they realize that it's like an Amish thing, you know? Sometimes you're not really expecting Lancaster to come into the picture, and all of a sudden you're there. You know? Lancaster, Pennsylvania, they're out in the freaking horse and buggy. And then you realize you got duped, you know? But look, if you guys aren't into getting duped with the Amish, and you get them thinking like they all of a sudden got some lottery ticket and they can now support their family by moinking, and now, you know, selling the moinking results to the public, I mean, that's on you guys. I just want to say one more thing before you know. Remember this face, okay? Especially you, Cuban, and freaking you, stupid. Yeah, I'm calling you stupid with the dumb head. Why don't you polish that freaking head before you go on camera? Let me ask, I needed to know this before, Mr. Wonderful. Do they, like, put a base on that stupid nog before you go out here for filming? Because you got to imagine there's a shine on that thing, you know? Get your shine box, you know, that type of deal.
You're a get the out of here.
Oh! Most people you see on here talking about dropshipping have never actually
they
made
picked the
money
best parts to put the
now, I don't have access
commercials,
to their
I have to say. Hold on.
Financial statements to
remember this face, all right? Because I'm going to be a success with Moink.
You. We're all like it.
I'm telling you, whether it was you or me or Robert or one of us, he was going to do that to somebody. It just happened to be you or the last guy. He's an idiot. He's a con artist.
Kevin, don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad.
Look, I went in there, I gave him my all, I told him all about Moink, and I just couldn't get anybody on board. I don't know what else I could have said. You know, get your moink on, go moink yourself. You know, Kevin just seemed to be a real deterrent from the very top, and I just couldn't get over his negativity at the end of it. You know, Mark Cuban, I thought he was on board. Like, he was going to invest. He was going to put everything he had, all of his billions, behind Moink. Because he gets his Moink on. He's got a lot of kids, you know? And he didn't get on board. Barbara, a little frigid there. So I'm not surprised on Barbara. But freaking Neon? When Neon Lady was sat there and she's going, and she's asking me stupid questions, that's when I was like, I gotta get the freak out of here. I don't even want a deal anymore. No, of course I wanted a deal. You know, it really bothers me. I did everything I could in there. I did it all. And just, I got nowhere except for here. You know, this is the walk of shame room. I get it. I'm on my way out the door. I'm going. And then you guys are gonna laugh. Oh, look, he went in here, he's gonna go get his moink on all by himself tonight. No, I'm not. I got a group moink going, okay? Told you guys about it. Nobody wanted to get in on the group moink, but that again, that's on you. Woo!
The golden ticket goes to my favorite product.
I've made you a good offer.
That's what I'm talking about.
That is the winner.
Riding all the way to the bank, baby.
You've come to the right place.
Oh, goodness. So, guys, that is my episode of Shark Tank parody. I hope you enjoyed it. We have 7 feature films. We're in the process of delivering number 7 over an 8-week period, which I may take a break on and put it, you know, the rest of it out later on in the year, but we'll figure that part out. Right now, I also started filming, and we've been filming Back to the Future, Mark, which is a concept I had a few years ago where I'm from the year 2769. And I go back in the past as all these different historical figures that you've known as different people. And at some point, I'm Nelson Mandela, who's really, everything revolves around future Mark. So Mark Della. And so everybody gets Mark Della'd, and they only remember these names you guys remember, like Abraham Lincoln, but it was really Mark Lincoln. And he, you know, delivered the Emancipation Proclamation of 1863, and you missed it because you think it was Abraham, you know, whatever. But it's really turning into a crazy movie because now we're filming it. This concept of me going back in time and doing all these different things, we can shoot it because I have a green screen. So now we are an hour and maybe 20 minutes into this movie. I do have the ability to pull up. We have 4 hours of Back to the Future Mark content from 2 years ago where I was just sitting here and had futuristic backgrounds and I was answering questions. That was a cool thing we were doing. That was where the whole concept came from. And you guys would ask me questions like, oh yeah, what's it like in the year 23? How many Super Bowls did Tom Brady win? And I was like, oh, 33. And this whole hilarious bit about how Tom Brady wins 33 Super Bowls. In his very last Super Bowl, he throws the winning catch to his great-great-grandson, Tom Brady, the 18th. You know, like, it was just, it's such a goofy concept to a comedy, but you know what? Now we're filming it, and we filmed the Marxist episode, which is, you know, I parted the Red Sea, and you know, I did the tablets, and then of course we did Leonardo da Vinci, you know, where I did the Mona Lisa, and Michelangelo, Sistine Chapel in it, you know, and then of course we moved forward and we did Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, where I was the one who did it, you know, and then they stole it and gave it to Mozart because he had a bad year, you know, historical records, you know, and unfortunately most of you were Mark Della'd. When I did the speech, you know, apartheid, no good, guys, 20 years prison, I came out. Nelson, Mark Della. It's just you know, one of the timelines. What's that? Oh yeah, you guys remember Mandela, right? Whatever. Look, when you go to the year 2769 and they wipe your minds to only remember what they want you to remember, you know? That's what we do in the future. You guys kind of remember it as like a Men in Black. Look, we got the look here. No, we just like wipe time, you know? And then you wake up and you remember things like, oh, it was Abraham. Biblical. I get it, you know? They're always doing the biblical ones, you know, taking them away from me, making it biblical. Oh, Michelangelo. You think we could just give it to Michelangelo? You know, he stubbed his toe yesterday. He could really use a win. You want me to give him the David with the balls? Gosh. Guys, the scene with the Marxists where I'm there when I split the Red Sea, I found video. You saw this yesterday. It's literally video of water going like this, and I do the whole scene from it. It's insane. The ability to use the green screen footage and then actually create these crazy videos from it is so much bigger than I realized, because with the green screen, as long as I film it, which I have to do because every 30 minutes the freaking camera shuts off. It's not supposed to. This is like, this camera's not supposed to do that, but it does every 30 minutes. If I don't, you guys know, the freaking lens shuts off. Then I have to push the button again, unless I push record. Traditionally, what I do is I'll go 3 or 4 days of recording these hour shows, and then I'll erase all 3, and then I have a fresh SD card. But now I'm thinking anything good that happens here, I have to just pull it, bring it into the desktop software, because there is no loss in the video quality when I use my camera footage. But when I take the video that I shoot the show on, and then I usually screen grab it to make these videos for you, or the songs, I'll screen grab it and then I'll edit it down from there. But the quality gets seriously diminished when you do that. And you notice that when I zoom in on the guitar, or I zoom in on myself, you see a lot of pixelation. However, I think if I do this the right way, which is my plan right now, I'm almost there with the Back to the Future movie. I'm going to take all of it and first drop it in the main desktop software, which is Adobe Premiere, and then I'll take it and send it to myself on my phone so I could cut it up from there, zoom in on all this stuff, because you can't, for some reason I can't do that. Like, they're both separate. It's so cool, but like, I don't know, maybe I can somehow connect them so when I move one, they both move. But right now, when I move myself, the background stays the same. And when I move the background, I stay the same. So it's like one or the other, where I'd really like to just pull the whole thing forward so you could have some of those close shots of just me talking and then me backing away. So that I know I can do from my phone, so I'll just bring it there. But I'm thinking, once I start putting the music in and we do this thing, we're going to have a Back to the Future movie. I'm thinking it's going to be a release of 4/1. I'm going to put it on April Fool's Day, and it will be ready by like tomorrow, by like next week. But I want to do some promotion. I want to just drop a ton of little clips of the silly things that happen in Back to the Future, and then just hopefully get people to go and hit that bell. And I'm really hoping to have a ton of people just ready to see the movie in like 3 weeks. And so we'll see. I hope that works out. And that should be the plan with every movie I put out going forward, where it's put out far enough in advance where you guys can go and share it with people too, share the little clips and say, hey, here's the movie. Go and hit that bell. So when it goes live and it premieres, you could be there for it. You know, where do you buy a Moink? My brother Christopher's in the house over on Facebook. You're probably the only one kicking on Facebook. I'm sorry, brother. We're so Zucker chooched over there. You can get a Moink if you go to moink.bassanova. It's a new site. When you want to get a real good feel for the Moink, moink.bassanova. And when you're going to the Bassanova site, you get a little extra little music in the background, you know, Bassanova, you know, I don't know when the last time you've heard of Bassanova, but it sounds pretty freaking good, you know. Just check it out. The website should be up and running by now, you know. We got that one because it was negative $4 per year, you know. Oh, do you want the .bassanova website? Not really. Do you have a .com? Yeah. $15 a year. Just for kicks, you know. How much is that .bassanova? -4. We actually give you money to go with a .bassanova. Oh, really? I'll do that. I could use an extra $4 for a half a coffee. You know? Joanne, can you stop wheezing back there? I'm having a tough time speaking over you tonight. So, guys, should I play another piece of comedy for you? I feel like we should. We have tons. Could obviously also play the music that's going to be coming out in the next week. because there's some fire coming at you. Ooh, there is. However, I don't know, I'm in a laughing mood tonight, aren't I? I would say, oh, I know what we're going to play. Supermarket shopping spree. Now this right here is, to me, another crazy thing we just thought of doing in the moment, or I thought of doing in the moment and did it. And there's only 41 views. Thanks, YouTube, you pieces of garbage.
It's hard to believe Mint's new family
you
plan.
have 10,800 subscribers. Let's show it to 41 of them.
Please
hope you enjoy it.
And don't talk during the show.
Nobody gets to see it. Were you guys here? I think I was here before you guys. Like, yeah, I stepped away for a minute. I had to make a phone call. Do you remember I was there and I said hi to you when you guys grabbed the cart? I was standing there, and then like the phone rang. I was like, okay, guys, I'll be right back. You know, please hold my space in line. Remember I asked you to hold the space in line for me, and you guys were like, yeah, sure. Oh well, come on, go and do your thing. And you remember that? You know, look, I'm not going to call you a liar or anything, but what the freak? You know, like I made the call. You're all pissed off now like you want to wrestle me. You want to wrestle me? I was state champion. 86, you know? And when you did it and you were up against the Lex Luthor of wrestling champions, you know, in your division, and you came out victorious. It's a story to tell. You're there though, with this face like you're ready to, you know, to unleash on me. I'll tell you what, okay, friend. I thought I could trust you. You didn't have such a puss on your face when I left, when I went to go make my phone call. You know, you were like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, this looks like a pretty tough line. See you on the other side. I said, great, you mind to hold the spot for me? I gotta make a freaking phone call. And you're like, go ahead, buddy. And now I come back and you're pretending like you don't remember that entire conversation. You know, it's frustrating when you ask for a human kindness, really. And this is how it's, you know, appreciated, and how it's, you know, karma's a thing. I just want you to know that, okay? Like, you think you could get away with this. And maybe you do today, friend. Maybe you do today. But one day in the not so distant future, you're gonna show up at a food store and they're gonna be like, oh, sure, sir, come on in. And right as you walk to the door, the freaking doors close, they lock, and there's a guy on the other side and he's waving at you, smiling. And you realize, isn't that the guy that I didn't allow back into, you know, his spot in line at the Food Mart store? Yeah, that's the owner, Marty Food Mart. You know, when Marty Food Mart just wanted to go in and get a little celery, grab some freaking peanuts, some milk, some eggs, and some yams. And, you know, some of the consumers that frequent his Food Mart decide to say, you can't get in line, back in line after you take a very important phone call in order to restock the shelves here at Marty's Food Mart. But I get it. You know, that's on you when you can't get your yams, when you can't get your nectarines, you know. I can't help myself, you know. I'll still supply the store with yams. It's just like, but I don't like your attitude. That's all I'm saying. And I guess I can just kind of say, excuse me, sir. I love your blue polo. Where'd you get it? I will tell you though, you smell terrible. You should have thrown on some freaking Speed Stick. You know, when you're here in line at Marty's Food Mart and you don't throw on some freaking Biomenin, you know, like I have to start questioning your interest in being fresh and clean, you know, while you're shopping at Marty's Food Mart. You come down to Marty's Food Mart and you're stank? Nobody wants a stank gentleman coming down to Marty's Food Mart. Would you just work out? Just work out.
You come down to Marty's, smell like you just ran 26 on the freaking elliptical. You did 26 on the elliptical? That's pretty impressive. I thought I was just like using that as an example. And then you just proved me, you know, I don't know, I guess you'd say Nostradamus? Seeing the future, or at least to saw your past. Let's go with Edgar Casey, you know? Anyway, you know, look, I'm just gonna, I guess, wait until the employee of mine comes to the door so I can let him know you're a chooch, first of all. You didn't give me my spot back. We're gonna charge you an extra 10. No, percent. You're getting charged 10%, not $10, no. Because I know you're going to fill this freaking cart. We're doing a 10% like upcharge. Oh, your bill comes to $914 plus 10%. Here you go, $1,007.16. And you're paying it all, you know? And then when I go and I cashish your check, we still take checks here. Excuse me? If you write a bad check, we're gonna come and break your legs. Vinny the mule, yeah, he's still on freaking, you know, staff. And when I need him to go and be a mule, I'm just saying, I don't want to have to call him out of retirement and have him go down and break your freaking knees for writing a bad check. We don't just like say, okay, cover the difference in the $35 charge for the bad check. We freaking break your knees as well. You get a double-decker style, because you have to learn never to do that again to Marty, you know, in the food mart. Because the food mart needs to breathe on its own without Marty, you know? And that can't happen when you're trying to take advantage of us. So, again, bad checks, broken legs. Yeah, that's actually a bumper sticker we were thinking about making here at Marty's Food Mart. Bad checks, broken legs. At Marty's, that's like the newest jingle we're working on here at Marty's Food Mart. At Marty's. And everybody's like, where can I get some milk? And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this is something we trademarked. You hear just like a bird from outside goes, Marty's, and they do it in the Marty's voice. We inserted a chip. Look, when you're friends with Elon Musk, he's on speed dial, and he just does things like that for you because you ask. You know? Pays to have friends in high places, that's all I'm saying, you know? At Marty's, you know? And if you don't get it with the right tone, you know, then we're gonna have a problem. Like, I don't want someone to come in like, at Marty's. No, it's not that. You gotta go up on it, you know? At Marty's, you know, and then you're excited. You know, like everybody's excited to go to Marty's. I'm excited to go to Marty's. Like, listen, I'm gonna give you one more chance. Marty Food Mart here in front of you, owner of the Food Mart. How about it? You allow me, and you're here 46 minutes, I'm here 46 seconds. Everybody's happy, you know? And then I won't tell them to charge you 10% more. Really? Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, no, great. All right. All right. See you guys, thanks. Joke's on you! I'm not Marty Food Mart! I'm just a freaking guy who got you, freaking conned idiots! Excuse me, ma'am, when you're done, I don't know, telling this lady whatever the freak you're telling her, I have a question, all right? I'm here, Whole Foods in it, you know? Excuse me, ma'am. Can I ask you a question? How are the potatoes this month? Are you picking a nice box to bring home and boil? You know, I never understood the boiling of potatoes, to be honest. You know, I like to mash my potatoes. I'm just saying. So anyway, down here at Whole Foods, I'm just waiting for freaking some help here. Anybody else want to help me? I feel like I'm a little out of place. I'm the only one without a mask on. You know, but I thought we were past that. I thought we were at a point now where we're like, we're good. It doesn't do anything, you know? And you got yours, so you're good, right? So why do I need to get mine? If you're good, then what the frick do you care about everybody else? You know what I mean? Excuse me, seriously, when you're done with your potatoes, I would like to see if I could pick a few. You know, like, I don't understand why you think you could be the only potato picker. Like, is she, excuse me, that's what I wanted to ask you. Is she the potato picker? Like, what are we doing over here? I want to pick a couple potatoes. And she's in my way, which I can't really, you know, I don't want, she's old, you know, I don't want to move and kind of knock her over, break a hip. All of a sudden I'm liable, you know, when it should be on Whole Foods, to be honest. You know, it should be on you, because you're, I don't know, how long of a conversation do you need to have with this young lady over here? Oldish lady. Man. We're not really sure. 2023. Look, when you're here at Whole Foods, and a lot of people that are kind of not really sure what they're doing, but they're definitely sure that they want to be like buying good organic food. You know, they come down here to Whole Foods. I'm here, you know, because I like organic potatoes, but you know, I got to deal with, you know, the masked Avenger over here, Grandma McGee. Let me ask you a question, Grandma McGee. When you go to the bank, right, with your stupid mask on, right, and you're like,
I'm here to deposit some money.
In fact, you wrote something on a piece of paper that says, give me all your freaking money, slide it underneath the window, Grandma McGee. Excuse me, ma'am, are you almost done, you know? You know, there's only so much time that I have, you know? And when you're here at Whole Foods and you smell all of the produce, you know? Well, not you, but like, or you, but I smell the produce, you know? Like, you're just kind of like here. And you're freaking taking up space here. My stomach is growling. I gotta eat something. Excuse me, if I was to give you an elbow in the fotch like that, would that at least get you to move along? I don't want to break the hip. I'm not trying to break a hip. Mine or yours, okay? But I do want to know if I just kind of like give you a little heave ho, can you grab the last freaking potato and I get like at least a couple, you know? Are you taking them all? What are we talking about here, you know? I want a potato or two. Excuse me, ma'am, are there going to be any more potatoes? You know, I mean, you come down here, I got a freaking belly that's growling. Because potato au gratin, you know? I wanted to do a potatoes au gratin. And I'd have to deal with, you know, Grandma McGee, who wants to just take all of it. Potatoes. I'm sorry? Yeah, no, that's my stomach growling. You know, whose stomach is growling? Mine! I'm here trying to talk to you so I can get free cup potatoes! I just want to know, is she my potato, you know, grabber? You know, sometimes you go to a place like a Whole Foods and they're like, I got a potato grabber. You're like, I'll have 4 potatoes. And then she grabs the potatoes, puts them into, you know, like a bag for me. I'm one too magooing it. And then you're there still having your conversation with this, whatever. Ma'am, I'm serious. You know, grab your freaking potatoes and get the hell out of here. You know, this is Whole Foods. This isn't spend the whole night foods. You know, I'm here trying to get freaking potato. And you're over there just like smelling them like through your mask. Like, how do you do that? That's what I want to know. Like, I really want to know how you're smelling it through your mask. Do you think I could just grab one potato? I just want to make some au gratin tonight. You know? Excuse me, ma'am. Again, any more potatoes coming in? Like, do you have any more in the back? Because she's just taking them. You know, I'm here. I'm trying to just get it going. Yeah. I'm sorry? No, I thought you were talking to me. I didn't realize you were still in your stupid conversation there. God almighty, how long does that conversation last?
Yeah, what color is celery supposed to be?
You want to know about the color of celery? I just want to get a friggin' potato. Au gratin. And where can I get the cheese too to throw, you know, to do the au gratin style? You throw it in there, oven, you know, and it gets crispy on the top. I think it's cheese. Ma'am, do you put cheese on your potato au gratin? I'm sorry, I forgot you're in the middle of selecting your freaking potatoes. God all freaking mighty. You know, you'd think that it would be a pretty easy process to pick a few potatoes. So you go home and make your own mashies. Yeah. But instead, you're taking the entire day to pick them. Let me ask you, when you go home and you see your husband, and he's like, how was your day, honey? Like,
great! I tested every freaking potato. I rolled it.
You did a rollaroo. Oh, that one's doing it. That's great. It's not rolling too farther, right? It's good. I'm throwing it in the freaking pot and pan deal tonight, boiling it up. You do a boil on yours. No, I'm sorry. I mashed the freaking hell out of mine. You do you, okay? And lady, I'm serious. I'm trying to just get a freaking couple potatoes over here, you know? Can you help me eventually? Like, what time do you guys close? Let's start there, you know? Because I got things to do as well, but it's like you guys don't even freaking care that you have a customer in need. God almighty. I'm sorry? Again, no, I thought you were speaking to me. Ma'am, I'm serious. I'm gonna tap you on the freaking shoulders now. Like, what are we doing here? Are you having trouble, like, breathing through the mask? And now you can't, you have your brain fog. Like,
I'm not sure. Is this a potato or a papaya?
It's a potato. Get the freaking hell out of here. You know what I mean? Gosh almighty. You know, I think I can't hang out here all day. If you're not gonna help me, I'm gonna move on and I gotta go to another aisle. I got other things to do besides wait for freaking the potato, you know, bandit over here. I'm gonna take them all home. You gotta make that much mashies? Who do you have coming over? The entire Irish American, you know, foosball team? I don't know what we're talking about. But I'll tell you what, if you bring the foosball team in and you feed them all of the potatoes and I don't get any, that ain't right. Ma'am, again, just one more. The potatoes, do we have any? Any more coming in? Any more in the back? Any recipes for gratin? Because I really don't know how to make it, but I like it. I like au gratin. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go. Because I can't deal with you anymore. I'm here. You're there.
I'm not making the potatoes.
I'm gonna hoard the potatoes. I don't want anybody getting my potatoes. We can tell. We can tell. I'm here. I'm at freaking, you know, Whole Foods. Whole Foods. You're spending the whole night at Whole Foods. Yeah.
Honey, where are you? Are you still at Whole Foods?
Yeah, hold on. I gotta roll one more freaking potato. Holy freaking cow. How many is that? How many potatoes have you rolled down the aisle? And how many did you put back? I don't want the crap ones you put back that have like the floor disgustingness on them because you did a rollaroo and decided that one didn't work. It did like a wobble. I gotta put that one back. It's a wobble. What the frick do you say is a potato? You know, I said, I get the special ones. You're special, all right. Yeah. I'm sorry? No, I'm not being rude. You are being rude. You are an employee of the store. You should be helping out when a client needs something, can't find something. You come over and say, "Can I help you, sir?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I just need to figure out if I can get a potato. If you could put your arm around her and grab a potato, because I just need one potato. She's hoarding the freak potatoes." Look, I'm out of here. I just don't have time. I don't. My goodness. How long have you been waiting? Like, I just wanted to see, do you mind if I just jump in line real quick and grab like a pack of gum? That's all I need. Are you kidding? You're going to make me go get to the back of the line for a pack of gum? I mean, I'm here. You got a freaking big sack of crap. You know what I mean? I just want to get a pack of gum. And then be on my way, you just take your sack of crap, and then you go, and all I did was buy a pack of gum. What kind of American are you?
You gotta go to the back of the line.
You send me back of the line with a pack of gum while you're here doing your freaking, I'm shrugging because I'm so upset. I'm at the front of the line. You're at the front of the line. What are you all upset about? You should be like,
yeah, sure, buddy, here you go. I'm in the front of the line. You go ahead and have your freaking pack of gum.
Instead, you're being like, oh, yeah, I'm in the front of the line. Why don't you go in the back of the line? You gotta be kidding me, right? What do you think? Right? Because I'm here. You're there. How about you? You mind if maybe I hop in front of you? Because I'm seeing a freaking big you know, you got even more stuff, you know, than Happy over here. So I'm thinking if you just like let me in, because Happy's a bit of a chooch. He's not a happy camper at all. No, I'm sorry, Happy. You kind of brought it on your, you know, like we're here, we're having a conversation. We're waiting for them to say next. And then you guys fight it out. Like who's going to go next? Like, I'm not sure. And I know like, you're going to be like ladies first, but you think you would, but like, you're not really a nice guy, Happy. And are you a sweetheart? Or are you going to just be like, no, you can't get a pack of gum from front of me either. What are we talking about? Trident. I just want a freaking Trident. You know, I'll go up there. Maybe some Tic Tacs. You know, like I'm thinking like the orange Tic Tacs, the one they have that big, you know, 3.6 ounce where you could crack the thing open and pour 57 of them in your mouth at once. You're chewing on them while you're paying the cashier, you know. You mind? I'm here just trying to see if I can get through this quick. I don't have a lot of crap like you guys. You know, I just have gum. Maybe some Tic Tacs. And a Snickers bar, a Coca-Cola, you know? Mentos. You know, it's the fresh maker. I'm just saying, if I'm there and I'm getting a Mentos, and you never get the spearmint, I know the spearmint's the fresh maker, but I like the fruit Mentos. I'm going to get a 3-pack of fruit Mentos. Trident, you know? And maybe some Rolos, because I'm feeling Rolos-ish. You know? What do you guys think? Which one of you is going to be nice enough to let me in front so I can just kind of wet my beak with, a 6-pack of Coke, you know? Also, maybe some Razzles. You know, if they have Razzles, I'm getting a freaking box. I'm sorry? No, not a bag. Like a little one. I'm getting a freaking whole box, so they have to count them off one by one. 36 of them. Tic Tacs, you know? What are we talking about over here? I'm thinking that you guys are going to be cool about it because it's just like one-ish items, you know? I understand. You got things to do, you know. It's too much of a hassle to let me pop in front, just grab a couple, 30 or 40 things and throw them on top of the, on the conveyor belt. Whoops! Excuse me, can I borrow your membership card? Oh, you don't? And I'll fill out one. I'll become a member right now. How long does it take? That's cool. I got an hour. What are we talking about? Because I need to get the discounts for the 37 items, But you guys, I'm at the front of the line. You go to the back of the line. I just can't figure you out. You think you'd have at least a little bit of heart. 2023. I'm sorry. No. You got what are you doing? Like maybe if you put the eggs back and then you let me go, then I'll be able to get through it, and then you could go back in the back of the line and get the eggs, right? Don't you think that makes sense? Like he puts the eggs down, he buys everything, lets me in first, I go first, and then before you. And then you come back, go back to the freaking back of the line, and you're like all the way back, you're like, hey, what's going on? You finally get back up to the front of the line and buy your eggs, double-decker style. I'm back home, I'm kicking it, with my 74 items, that you were kind enough to let me in front to purchase, What do you think? I expected a little bit of compassion. I just lost my pet salamander. And you're like, oh, give a crap, get in the back of the line. I miss Sammy. Salamander, Sammy the salamander. We had so many fun days where he decided to camouflage himself as, the tie I was wearing that day. And I'd be like,
looking at myself in the mirror, I look pretty good.
stupid freaking Sammy. You get it, you know? Sammy the salamander just pops off and goes, you know? With the stupid freaking like suction cup fingers, you know? You don't even have to, you know, pretend that you care, because we could tell you don't. You're so not interested right now. Like, whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna twiddle my thumbs. You know, like, what do I do? What am I supposed to do? You know, like, I got 2 Magoos here. Nobody's interested in letting me just come through quickly, you know? What happened to just saying, yeah, come on, bud, jump in. I got you. I see you only have, you know, a concept of grabbing a handful of things right at the cash register. And that sounds good to me. Including if you see Razzles, you're going to pick up a 36 pack and have them just, and then sign up for a membership, you know? Because I need the discounts. You know, like, everybody wants to just go in and get things at face value. $12 for a freaking 12-pack Coke. I'm sorry. No, I'm going and I'm getting the 4 for 12 deal. And so when I got it, I swiped my membership card. Members privilege, you know. Like, when you have a deal with the company where you're getting a benefit every time you swipe the card, you know, discount. Gas rewards, you know, because here we got great gas rewards. And that's good, because I need gas. And you got gas. Like, what did you eat? That's disgusting. Seriously. Yeah, that's disgusting. I'm just going to stand a little closer to you. Do you mind? Like, here's the thing. This guy over here is disgusting, you know? You figure that maybe he would just be like, I'll get through this time and I'll keep my bodily, you know, disgustingness inside. So then we could all get home to our families. But instead, as you can tell, super pig, you know. I get it. So how about letting me, you know, kind of squeeze in here, you know, like, I go in front, you stay here looking like you're super thrilled, you know, and then it's good. Everybody's happy, you know. I get home with a couple 100 items that I haven't even picked up yet. And you guys are like, yay, good job. Thanks for coming out to the food store. You know, like, I think that's a plan. Like, I'm just gonna, you know, just wedge my way in. Like, what if I just wedged my way in front of you, like this? And I'm just like, how about this? I'm just gonna go like this, okay? I'm sorry. I just have to. You are disgusting. You smell really bad. You shouldn't have tooted, you know, while you're there in front, you know. No, I'm sorry. Look, I just have a couple of things. You gotta chill it out back there, okay? Oh, yeah, no, I'm next. Oh my goodness. That is just some insanity right there. Supermarket shopping spree. So guys, if you do want to see more stuff like that, there are just tons of live improv comedies just like that on the platform. So make sure you go back and look. Again, Back to the Future, Mark, my 8th feature film. I'm working on it right now. We filmed most of it over the last few days, and it got me run down. I really put a lot out there for that. So, plus all the music we've been writing lately. New album coming out, 16th album next week. We're officially passing the Beatles next week. How about that? Woo! That will put me up to 209 songs. And I was thinking about making it a double album, but I'd love for people to at least listen to the 13 for a month or so, and then I'll put out a second one. So make sure you come back for some craziness tomorrow. I have so much still we haven't even gotten to, so I'll try to have a treat for you tomorrow. Remember, every Monday we have some sort of comedy premiere, so I may do if I can get it edited properly, I may do the Coming to America, 1 p.m. every Monday, 5 p.m. every Friday, a new song.
And of course, every single night we're here at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure you join us. Let me head over. Yeah, she's been wheezing really loud, and I think that's really why I lost my voice, is because I gotta constantly speak over her. Oh, she's the worst, you know? But of course, you guys know that. You have to listen as well. Yeah, I get it. Barella, Bradley, my friend, Canadian Deplorable, Double-Edged in the house, Kill It and Grill It, Leisure 7, I see Maudib, I see Pamela, and of course S-Coop, Trish Killian, Virginia, and We of Liberty and Freedom. Thank you again for the donation and for the idea for coming to America. I'm very much looking forward to dropping that officially for you guys, but if you want to see the rough run, we put it on about 5 minutes into the show tonight. And it's worth a watch. It's crazy, just like all these improvs we've been doing. Hopefully my voice is feeling better tomorrow. And let's do some more green screen challenges this week. See if you can come up with some ideas and background ideas. If you see something that you think I can stand in front of, just like you see here, send it over. I'll just do something. We'll see what happens. This is live creation. Mark Inspires. Day 1531 in a row. I hope, if anything, that inspires you that anything is possible. In fact, everything is possible. So, until tomorrow, when we do it all over again. It's Mark Pires, Mark Inspires. And I will see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Go away, go away.